So day 30 again is on the back of the notes from last class. And the first thing that you see is
Please disregard alarms, evacuation. Please disregard. Do not use the elevator.
first thing that we see is a chart for inverses. I'm going to fill out the chart. Solving equations with radicals or rational exponents is the same as solving any other equation. We're going to use inverses.
Proceed calmly to the nearest exit and leave the building immediately. Do not use the elevator. Use stairwells where necessary. All handicapped occupants shall use the building evacuation plan.
We're going to use inverses to undo operations. The inverse of subtract is add.
Proceed calmly to the nearest exit and leave the building immediately. Do not use
The inverse of divide is multiply.
occupants shall use the building evacuation.
The inverse of squaring something is square rooting.
There has been a report of an emergency. Proceed calmly to the nearest exit and leave the building immediately. Do not use the elevator. Use stairwells where necessary. All handicapped occupants shall use the building.
And the inverse for the nth root or a rational exponent is to raise to the power. So I just want to point out that this number right here is the same for all of them. The index, the denominator, to undo them, you raise it to a power, whatever that power is. So I'm going to work 3. Sorry if you can't hear me very well, but I'm just watch. I'm going to work them out. For this problem, to undo the square root, I have to raise both sides to the power of 2. So I end up with x plus 2 is equal to 3 squared, and 3 squared is 9. From here, it's a one-step equation. All we have to do is subtract 2.
Attention, please. There has been a report of an emergency. Proceed calmly to the nearest exit and leave the building immediately. Do not use the elevator.
Good thing we only have 4 problems to do. The next problem, before I can get rid of the rational exponent, I have to add 7 to the other side.
Attention, please. There has been a report of an emergency. Proceed calmly to the nearest exit and leave the building immediately. Do not use the elevator.
Bless you. To undo a rational exponent, I have to raise both sides to the denominator power. So since the denominator is 2, I'm going to raise both sides to the second power. 7 squared is 49. And what's happening is that this 2 and this 2 cancel. Same thing that happens here. This index and the exponent cancel. Beautiful. Moving on. The next problem, it's just got a couple more operations, but we're going to use inverses to solve the problem. First thing I have to do is add 3 to the other side. So my first step was to add 3 to the other side. Now I can get rid of the fourth root. So to get rid of the fourth root, I have to raise both sides of the equation to the same power as the index. So I have to raise both sides to the fourth power. And doing that, the index and the exponent, they will cancel. So I'm left with 3x plus 7 is equal to 4. At this point, it is a two-step equation. Those are the equations we love. There's only 2 steps. It's easy and fast. So my first step is to subtract 7. Oh, thank you. Thank you. 4 to the 4th power. What's 4 to the 4th power? Look on your chart. You should have your chart out. Get your chart out. No, it's not 16. It's bigger than that. 256. Why does he know that? Why does he know that? Yes, it's 256. From here, we're going to subtract 7. Thank you. I don't know who it was that caught that. Sage, Trayvon, whoever caught that. Oh, Trayvon, you don't have your chart because you left it in here. This is why we put our names on our charts. 256 minus 7 is 249. And then my very last step, I need to divide by 3. You might have to use a calculator. 249 divided by 3. Because we had 4 to the 4th power, do you have your green chart out? Now look on the x to the 4th column, and you want to find 4. Go down to 4. And that's how we got 256. So 249 divided by 3 is what? $83. And we just have one more problem. So the last problem that we're going to do, and then you can get started on your homework. The last problem that we're going to do, you have to first get rid of multiply by 2, and the inverse of multiply by 2 is divide by 2. So we have 6x minus 4, all raised to the 1/3 power. 4 divided by 2 is 2. To get rid of the rational exponent of 1/3, what do we have to raise it to the power of?
2. $4.
The rational exponent is 1/3, so we need to raise it to what power? 3. Very good. And we have to raise it to the 3/3 power so that those 3's cancel. This time I won't forget. 2 to the 3rd power, 2 times 2 times 2, or I can use my chart. It is 8. From here, two-step equation. Two-step equation. We got 2 steps. What's the first step? What? Add 4. Very good. Add 4. And my last step is to do what? Divide by 6. Y'all are so smart, even on a crazy fire drill day. 12 divided by 6 is 2. Down at the bottom, it says, don't forget to check your answer by substituting it back in. That is a way you can check every single problem you do in any unit where you're solving anything. You can always plug it back into the original equation and see if your answer is true. And I tell you this because your test, it's going to have multiple choice answers. Don't pick an answer that doesn't work. Plug it in and make sure that it works. Like, obviously you want to solve for something, but check and make sure it works. If you want some help on typing it in, like to find the fourth root to be able to type that into the calculator, please come ask me and I'll help you. There's no reason we should get any of these questions wrong. Even if you struggle with the steps, I mean, the test is multiple choice. You should know how to test your answers. That's it. You have an answer scramble for the homework. There's not that many problems, so I got you an answer scramble. I do want to point out that 2 happens twice. I think it's once on the front, once on the back, but you get the answer 2 twice. So here's your answer scramble. But again, you can always come up to my desk and check your work if you would like. But if you want to just sit at your desk, you can sit at your desk. If you find your answer on the answer scramble, chances are you probably did it right.